Ladies and gentlemen, 7 months ago, in this ring, in this stadium, two fighters stepped into the ring and went 12 rounds toe to toe, every minute, every round. Tonight, they're going to do it again. Are you ready? Well then, let's get this party started! Now making his entrance to the ring, Conor Benn!
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly.
I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep me silent, so no, you don't believe. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. So stranger to you and me.
Drama, breathe it in. Another mammoth night in the enthralling journey of Conor Nigel Benn. Long fueled by a hatred for Christopher Eubank Jr. This time he's more relaxed. He's at ease with his middleweight body. There's a mature mind, say the very confident Team Benn. It was back to the drawing board after the dejection of a first defeat in 24 fights. Less shenanigans in the build-up may give Conor a better chance. He's done 12 rounds at the higher weight on this stage against his best opponent to date, and he fought like a man possessed. What has he learned? What will he Conor Benn.
He does, he looks mature, he's got that experience under his belt. Can he make the right adjustments to get one over Eubanks finally?
Can he exact revenge? Will the Benns get one at last? Loving the drums, loving the stage, loving the sport.
He is beaming full of confidence, and this atmosphere, again, as in the first fight, is electric.
Conor Benn waits patiently. There's a slight delay backstage. More theatrics, more mind games. The Eubanks, surely not, Darren.
To the very last minute. Yeah, he looks good, Conor. Looks relaxed, ready for war.
Michael Buffer. He'll track Chris Eubank down.
And now making his entrance to the ring, Chris Eubank Jr.
Still so down with DRA. Guess who's back? Still doing this. Still Dre Day, AK. Though I've blown the block, can't keep it home a lot. This my frequent spots that I'm
Another amazing night. And look at him. And look at his dad. Love them or hate them, they are wonderful. Boxing storytelling at its best. How different they are to Conor and Nigel. Alongside his talented former world dominator Chris Eubank Sr. Jr. polarizes opinion. He's Marmite. Some adore him, some can't stand him. He's not Conor's cup of tea. Chris Eubank Jr. is one focused, different individual.
Back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me. Cause I come and take your life away. Many men wish death on me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me.
A truly wow moment.
On my head, don't get your refund, motherfucker. I ain't dead. AKA Ferrari F50. break it down. I got a lot of living to do
Rod
before I
Stewart,
die.
50 Cent, who's next?
Let's make it. You say you a gangster, but you never pop money. You say you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting. You ain't no kin of mine. What makes you think that I will run up on you with the 9? We do this all the time. Right now we on the grind. So hurry up and cop it, go. We selling mixy down. So this is so fine. I gotta make a mine. I ass like that, gotta be one of a kind. I crush them every time, punch them with every line. I'm fucking with their mind. I make a press for wine. They know they can't shine if I'm a run around. Been on parole since 94 cause I commit the crime. I say in my lines, I did it 3 to 9. The D's ran up in my crib, you know who dropping down. You say you a gangster. I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will whoop your head, boy. With the back and steel, I'll whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled, I'll whoop your head, boy. Your ass can get killed, I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will, I'll whoop your head, boy. With the back and steel, I'll whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled, I'll whoop your head, boy.
Another sensational surprise
in the front,
from the Eubanks.
That's from this ride strapped in grandpa's Cadillac. The voice in my head said, fuck all these. Man, my homies, they wanna do whatever they wanna do. I say I wanna eat, they say you wanna eat too. Let's ride around, find niggas stunting on Front Street. With the signs on, niggas be looking like lunch meat. I run up on them, pop one on the floor. Tell them come up off that before we start popping some more. Fucking ski mask, man, niggas know who I is. I got a full clip, and niggas know I get biz. Whoop your head, boy. You know I will, whoop your head, boy. With the back and steel, I whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled, I whoop your head, boy. Your ass can get killed, I whoop your head, boy. You know I will whoop your head, boy. With the back and steel, I whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled, I whoop your head, boy. Your ass can get killed.
Raising the roof at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, at ringside tonight we have some of the biggest names from the world of sports and entertainment. But inside the ring, in attendance with their progeny, we have 2 names from the golden age of middleweight and super middleweight fighters in the 1990s. They were among the best, and fought each other before they go to their seats. A round of applause for the 2 middleweight and super middleweight champions of the world, Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, England, and the main event of the evening. The ring, unfinished business. The rematch the world has been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. And it's all presented by Riyadh Season, Sella, and the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine. Promoters Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Ben Shalom for Boxer. Sponsored by Everlast, BYD, Cleans, Movember, Mr. Q Casino, and Betfred. And ladies and gentlemen, special thanks for them bringing forward this contest to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, and the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. This event is streamed worldwide and exclusively on DAZN. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Guy Williamson, supervisor Dennis Gilmartin, Timekeeper at the bell, Brett Bowles. The three judges scoring should it go the distance, Howard Foster, John Latham, and Marcus McDonald. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, veteran referee Kevin Parker. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are in place and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring and they are ready. So at this time, let's turn the page to another great chapter in the history of British boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with his head trainer Tony Sims, wearing white and blue, official weight 159.3 pounds. As a professional, 23 victories, 14 wins by knockout, only one defeat. From Ilford, Essex, England, the former WBA Continental Champion, Conor, the Destroyer Benn. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the red corner with his head trainer, Chris McIntyre, wearing yellow, officially weighing in at 159.1 pounds. As a professional, 35 victories, 25 stoppages by knockout, with 3 defeats, ranked by the ring at number 3 in the world in this division, fighting out of Brighton, England, the former 2-time IBO World Champion, Chris Eubank Jr.
A cacophony of noise, sizzling at Spurs. The electricity ripping through this wonderful stadium. Remember that night in November 35 years ago when this dramatic rivalry exploded onto our screens. Eubank Sr. stopping Nigel Benn in 9. Their rematch in October 93, ending in that draw at Old Trafford. Enter their fighting sons, Junior and Conor. The compelling toe-to-toe war in April. Again a win in the Eubank column.
Instructions in the dressing room, you know what I expect, a clean fight. Remember to obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Good luck, gents. Touch gloves.
What happens next in this fabled rivalry? Will it be round 13? Will Benn and Tony Sims have learned? Will Eubank and Bo Mack produce magic? Will the pair of them be able to hold back? Pugilistic entertainment all over again on the grandest of stages. This is what big time boxing's about, live on DAZN. Cannot wait, Darren and Barry.
And you feel a fast start required from both. If this is going to be like the first fight, rounds are going to be valuable here. Can't give any away.
And the fact that Conor Benn's taking the centre of the ring is a positive sign for him. He doesn't want Eubank in the centre of the ring, pushing him back with his jab.
Both promise a more technical performance, but we know there will be fire on this biting cold night. Here at Tottenham again, we love rematches. So many over the years. Froch Groves maybe most recently, although our own Tony Bellew and David Hay and the Eubanks and Benns have had many.
He's a lot more solid, doesn't he, Ben? This time round, order around the back, the shoulders, aggressive on the front foot, not taking any silly risks though. I'd like to see Eubank get in a rhythm with that jab.
Body shot from Ben was good early. He's had the 12 rounds at middleweight in April, and still the younger and fresher man.
And the difference here, he's dipping down where the chest is over the front knee, so that means when he dips down, he can come back with something. In the first fight, it was all over the back leg. Nice short right hand there.
Hand speed from Conor Benn, impressive in the opener, and you wonder what that fight in April might have taken out of Chris Eubank. At 36 now, after 246 rounds of boxing, but he gets a right hand in to check Ben's early progress.
He came from that double jab, he missed with it, but that allows you to get feet a little bit closer, to get purchase on that right hand. It was a good shot there from Eubank.
He kept his balance, didn't he? He didn't fall over the front foot, and it enabled him just to turn into that right hand. That's what Ben can't afford to do. Just telegraph that right hand. We've already seen in that first fight, he threw a lovely counter left hook, Eubank, and that's the shot when you overcommit with the right hand.
The destroyer needs to be calmer and not too wild.
Yeah, but just get a little bit closer. He got his feet a little bit too wide there, Ben. So he can stay low with that, but it makes his hand for him to close the gap quicker if the opportunity presents itself.
Good jab from Ben. Eubank just backed up in his own corner. The crowd heavily in favour of the Essex man, but Chris Eubank Jr will care not one jot.
He's thrown a couple of good rights to the body, Ben. Around the elbow, that left elbow of Eubank with a good shot.
Yeah, one decent shot from Eubank in the first round, but more work from Ben early. Looks quick and fresh.
It's better from Eubank though, getting that jab working.
Stepping, all right? Stepping. Don't let him set up. Want that jab. Jab with it. Look one over here, right? Jab down here. Go, there. Jab working out. Hey, don't go with his hands. He's trying to feint you. Don't go with your hands. Relax. Step back. When he feints, just relax. Doing good job.
Womack in the corner of Chris Eubank Jr. They got it right in the rematch with Liam Smith when they were together.
Yeah, good short right hand there from Ben, but back comes Eubank.
That was the punch of the round, but Conor Benn won the round.
Yeah, he crept forward, didn't he? He looked a lot more assured and wasn't wasting as much.
Second of 12 in the rematch. You don't need any identification, but the yellow of Eubank Jr. back to what his dad wore in 1990, the blue and white of Conor Benn, who's of course not the natural middleweight. Says he's going to go back to super welter, maybe even welter after this. Eubank getting going in the second round.
Right, he's got a punch off of that head movement, Conor Benn. He didn't do it nearly enough in the first fight. He moves well, he does the hard part, he misses the shot. That's when you fight back the counter.
But he's moved in the last fight. He did it with the weight on the back foot, but he got to do it with the chest over the front knee, and that allows you to roll into a shot then. I'm surprised Eubank's giving the middle of the ring up so easily. Good shot there from Ben, shot right hand.
Right hand from Ben, but then he gets bundled over. And Kev Parker just needs to take control of this. He's a very, very good referee. The fireman from Newark. He looked after Bivol Bateviev too. And he hardly had to do a thing as they dance their way through that fight, but he's going to have to get hold of this, and he will.
It's going to be a little bit of a different fight, this one. It's a good jab again there from Ben. Again, we all week talking about the importance of the jab here for Conor Benn, and it's been good so far.
Yeah, he's feinting before he throws the shots.
He's trying to take Eubank Jr. out of a rhythm, isn't he? Because I think Eubank wanted to box behind that jab. Good body shot from Benn and decent defence.
And also the importance of forward momentum for someone, for the style of Benn. He needs that to get his punches together, and that's what he's accomplished so far.
And another body shot from Conor Benn. He's finding that target, and Eubank Jr. not quite settled yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of it. We see that nice right hand in the first round, but this has been a good start from Benn. Good variation with the shots, changing the levels well.
I think Eubank Jr. is having a slight problem with the speed, the hand speed of Conor Benn, and his feet aren't moving quite as well.
It's like he can't get into the fight. It's like he needs a slap across the face to wake him up or something. He looks a little bit subdued here.
I think he's moving a little too much, if I'm honest.
Again, the jab attempted by Conor Benn. Decent defence from Eubank, but he can't quite get his own orthodox pistol jab rolling yet.
He's not committing with the shot, is he? He's almost pouring Barry with that lead hand.
And with that, it slows you down and allows someone like Benn with a fast right-hand counter to get into play. What Benn's doing well, if he doesn't double the jab, he jabs and moves the head or the shoulders. And that's making Eubank, who's trying to counter punch, very difficult to do what he's trying to do.
Conor Benn boxing to instruction this time around. Eubank trying to get his jab back in, right hand at the end. It's a big start from Benn. Bud Crawford here, of course, to support Eubank, part of Bomac. Piers Brosnan. Wow, they don't get much bigger, do they? Who else can you spot here?
Then leans forward Rod Stewart.
Oh yeah, what about him? 50 Cent, Jason Statham, Guy Ritchie. And there's Baby Spice behind. I want to see Curtis Jones, Liverpool legend.
David Adelaide.
David Adelaide, we'll see him in Nigeria soon.
Dizzy Rascal, Nigel Benn, obviously.
I know that one. And His Excellency. Rod getting a big cheer. Why not? What a night to be here. A massive event for sport.
50 Cent sat next to Tony Benn, who on the corner there.
Tony and 50 Cent having a good chat. Carl Frampton's like a kid in a sweet shop. He's loving this. We're going to bring him in a minute. Third round. This is where Conor Benn just troubled Eubank Jr. in the first fight. He's had a very good first 6 minutes. You can see the jabs landed there from Benn. And Eubank with the reach and the size.
And he's got to get into this. He's got to get that lead hand going. Don't give up as much space.
He didn't throw 10 jabs in the first three rounds in the first fight, I don't think. Conor Benn has landed with 7 there, power shots and 10 jabs. That's brilliant.
That's a lovely stabbing jab to the body from Benn.
Exactly what I was going to say. Beautifully precise from Conor Benn. He's switching it up. There's been a real ease about Conor Benn in this week. He's just believes he's had the perfect camp. He went back, he licked his wounds. He said, I've come up with a game plan this time and I will stick to it.
And look, is Eubank Jr. thinking that I'll weather the early storm, which is sure to come, and then I'll ease into the contest?
Yeah, it looks like he is lulling him into something, but he hasn't really done much. He's no panic here from Eubank at all. But he's not setting him up for any attack, is he?
Remember, Eubank was 2 rounds up after 10 last time, and he was brilliant in 11 and 12, really gutting it out down the championship stretch. Trying to get the right hand into play. Chris Eubank Jr. in fight number 39. He's
not giving up as much ground now, is he? Starting to creep forward himself, getting behind that jab, looking for the right hand over the top of that left hand of Conor Benn.
You can see the physical size difference again. I think Eubank Jr. made the weight more comfortably this time. The rehydration course, of course, he's going to have a big advantage in there on the night. But Conor Benn moving well.
You can't give up on the jab here, Conor Benn. He's just reduced it a little with the last sort of 30-40 seconds. You can't give up on it. Just look at that big right hand's going to get him in trouble, potentially.
And he can't afford to lean over the front foot like that. He just narrowly missed that right uppercut, Eubank.
Yep, back came Eubank, getting his hands flowing now, trying to penetrate with the jab.
And also Ben's jab at the minute, which is so good, he's stepping in with it. Really good shot from both there.
Fast work from Conor Benn. Eubank waiting.
The snappy left hook also from in response as well, wasn't there, from Eubank?
It was a good counter left hook.
Close around, this the third. So much tension in the air. $65,000 plus enjoying it here. Tottenham Bomac in the corner with work and instructions.
Don't jab you. Look the timing. All right. Look to step back too, like you did over there in that corner. You caught him good. Beautiful. As soon as you do it, go back to your jab.
One more. 2 next round.
What? Yeah, 2 next time. No problem, man. No problem.
Good work there. You see that long left hook, looking for the right hand afterwards. But he started to creep forward a little bit more. Eubank, the second half of that round for sure, started to impose that natural size into the contest.
Second round, round 4.
Into the fourth round we go of the rematch of the year after their classic in April. I think we all knew it wasn't going to be the toe-to-toe war and slugfest again. More intelligence being used. They're thinking about this, trying to execute the game plans. Conor Benn just stopping out. Eubank is getting messy.
You spoke too soon.
Well, that's it. Can they contain themselves?
I don't think so. Especially if Eubank can crawl a few rounds back here, I think he's down at the minute. If he can crawl a few rounds back, then it becomes a bit more tight and panic, and they will pull the trigger.
Let's bring Carl in. Have you given Conor the first 3?
Halfway through this round, and he's winning this round again. So Eubank needs to do something, or the fight's going to get away from him very quickly. His jab isn't working at all. His jab is terrible. Even in close in the clinches, Conor Benn looks a lot stronger than Eubank, which is a surprise, considering he's a much bigger man. But I think he's boxing very, very well at the minute.
One of the things we assessed during the week was whether Benn would come on from having his first 12-rounder at middleweight, and whether Eubank can come back from what happened in April, because it was an exhausting night for him.
Yeah, it was, but it looks like Conor's learned a lot, and Benn maybe not so much. Sorry, Conor's learned a lot, and Eubank maybe not so much, but he just needs to get going. Barry said like he needs a slap in the mouth to get going, or a punch or something, but this fight so far is starting to run away from him.
Well, I mean, and fighters will know this. You understand, and you and certainly me. So I know sometimes you just don't feel it. You can't, almost like you feel like in a daze, and you need a slap in the face or some of the shoulders to get you back into gear. It looks like that to him, like he almost like he just doesn't feel it tonight. He can't get his flow together.
Didn't Ronnie Davis give Chris Senior a slap when he fought Steve Collins?
Numerous. He's changing right hand there.
Really loaded right hand.
Took it well though, didn't he? Eubank.
I mean, Conor Benn's had such a good start. I wonder if he feels he can take out Eubank Jr. Spectacularly, is there damage by the right eye? It's very puffy of Junior.
Do you know what it is? It's all the work in between the shots that is impressive from Benn as well. The feints with the hand, with the feet, the head movement is always keeping Eubank thinking all the time. And there's just no rhythm in the work yet at all from Eubank. That's the hand he needs to get active with, that lead hand.
Body shot again from Benn. Nothing much landed from Junior. Where is he tonight?
He's waited too long, isn't he?
I think Bomac's got to give him a rollicking because Conor Benn's in control here at Tottenham. It's role reversed. Eubank 116, 112 times 3 last time. First 4 to Conor Benn, arguably. Next week, we're in Riyadh. It's ring 4, the card of the year. Benavidez Yard topping things, but they could all be main events. Devin Haney against Brian Norman. Abdullah Mason against Sam Noakes. Bam Rodriguez against Martinez. It really is an absolutely fantastic night of boxing from Riyadh.
Right, come on, every time you fight him, he's half going like that and then trying to close your out. Look, when you fight him, let your hands go, right?
Tony Sims and Conor Benn, who've been together from the beginning, and they've come up with a game plan for tonight. Many thought he wouldn't be able to do this, to have the maturity, but something seems to have changed in Conor Benn in the last few months.
But they said, didn't they, both Tony, Conor and Nigel, that it was a terrible performance and he can do better, and many were unsure, weren't they? Can he box better? Well, he's proven he can. Good education behind his work. It's a better jab though from Eubank.
Eubank trying to get the jab going. Benn beats him to the punch. I really do think hand speed has been a problem for Eubank Jr. as he tries to get the jab going. Body shot again from Benn.
I got to be honest, Ben's boxing really well. He's doing all the right things here, but Eubank looks like a guy. This is one fight too many. It does just you get in there, your body's not doing what your brain's asking it to do.
It's the one question I thought beforehand, whether when he gets in the ring, even he doesn't know. Sometimes it's not there. I remember David Hay telling me after the second Bellew fight that he just couldn't get the legs and the arms going.
But also Ben's boxing so well. I don't want to take any credit away from him. He's using the jab that he didn't do in the first fight. He's throwing in combinations. He's taking his head to the ring. He's punching with conviction, and he's not overreaching too often.
Changing the levels with the shots, jab upstairs, right to the body. Lots of variation, and it's really surprised Eubank.
7 years younger at 29, Conor Benn. But Eubank is a proud man. He's a warrior. He's a tough guy. Only Liam Smith, remember, stopping him. Lost to George Groves and Billy Joe Saunders in a long career. But he's a real warrior.
I'll tell you what, this doesn't seem like there's anything in the shots from Eubank. No power whatsoever.
Could he have overtrained? Could he have left it in the gym? I remember Amir Khan going over to Bomac before the Kell Brook fight and it wasn't there.
That's a nice jab, Barry, where he shoots down, he bends the knees and fires that jab from the hip.
It's better from Eubank, a bit more force in the left hand. But even then, retreating back, giving away the space for no reason. I mean, once he's being outjabbed by Benn, you know there's a problem.
There's a right hand as well to fire the jab. And another one. Back comes Eubank. Well, here's the pockets of fire we wanted. Jab to the body. Again from Benn. It's calculated, educated. It's impressive this from Conor Benn. Back comes Eubank. He's not going to go quietly, boys.
Here he goes. Here he goes. You gotta keep that jab out there. You gotta test something for me, okay? You keep your rhythm and keep stepping. And use that timing. That jab will help you with your timing. That jab will help you. That jab to the hand will help you see where you're going. You hear me saying? You bring me something behind that jab, if you just touch it, you will see where he's going. Then we'll go back to it. Deep breath.
A lovely solid jab there from Benn, staying nice and low, punching up makes it harder to defend, and stepping behind that jab, getting all that weight into that left hand. We spoke all week all of us about the importance of a solid left hand for both fighters, especially Conor Benn, and he's used it tonight. with so much good effect.
The Benns have never had a victory over the Eubanks. 2 defeats and that draw at Old Trafford back in October 1993 in the rematch for the dads. Conor Benn again with a fast jab. What can Chris Eubank Jr do into the 6th round and yet to really get rolling with his own work?
He's just not been allowed to get any momentum on the front foot at all. Can't get in a rhythm with the jab. That's the right hand there, just bounces off the chin of Ben.
The way it's going at the moment, Ben's on going down to 147 again, down to welterweight. He might want to stay up here.
That might have been kidology as well. You just don't know in the build-up. Maybe Conor feels a very strong middleweight. Eubank Jr has fled in between super, middle and middle. He wants that big fight maybe with Canelo next year. He's got to get through Conor Benn first. And dare I say it, if it's one apiece, we're going to a trilogy in 26.
That was a better right hand. I was just about to say before, these are just arm shots from Eubank. He's not turning the back foot, the hips into anything right now. But that was a better shot. He used the momentum of Ben to generate the power.
Eubank Jr. very good over the 12-round distance. A long way to go in this.
But honestly, Ben, if I was Ben, I wouldn't get too greedy here. He doesn't need to. Don't take the silly risks again of trying to punch with Eubank and bring it back into the fight.
It's a different spectacle to April, but it is very intriguing. It's one you just can't take your eyes off.
Yes, you're waiting for Eubank to do something, aren't you? Like he's almost rolling into a false sense of security, and he's going to explode with something.
You also feel Ben at any point can land something really heavy, certainly with that right hand.
The way he dips low when he throws that jab, to put all that weight on that back leg, to throw that right hand over the top.
Stop boxing!
Even that.
I mean, he just sort of pushed Eubank Jr. down. He looks almost tired. It's just a feeling that maybe the strength is not there tonight. Conor Benn's body work's been good. He seems sort of stuck in the mud to me, Eubank Jr. Right hand from Ben.
He's lethargic, he looks in there, and that's usually down to weight issues, usually. I'm not saying that is.
And there was the videos, wasn't there, of him losing all that weight before the weigh-in. What was the purpose in that?
But you tend to think he just, everyone struggles to make weight, but he's over-advertising it, but I do think that might be an issue. But still, Conor Benn's taking advantage of every frailty and boxing really well, and boxing with discipline and to instruction.
Yep, I was surprised they didn't make this at 163 for Eubank Jr, but it was at 160. Is the weight an issue? Is this one too many for Chris? It doesn't look in a great place. Let's get over to Carl and Tony for their thoughts.
Gents, we mentioned it's a different build-up, it's a different fight as well, isn't it? It almost seems as though Eubank hasn't turned up yet. How are you seeing the fight?
No, listen, he has turned up, but the bigger man is saving it for the second half of the fight, 100%. He is going to start making this fight physical soon, because at the moment, he's being completely outboxed by Conor Benn. The feints have offset everything he's done. He can't live with the feints, and he can't live with the momentum at the moment.
Halfway through the fight, perfect start for Conor Benn. If you're in the corner and you're bottom back, what do you say to Chris Eubank Jr. right now?
You need to start doing something, and Poacher says, and frankly hasn't done anything. I've given Conor Benn every round so far. Eubank's job at this point is non-existent.
Fanzone has it a shutout as well. 6 more rounds to go.
He's very slow off his stool, Junior, and Conor Benn is right at him, right hand. And I wonder if they're thinking in this blue corner of Conor Benn whether Eubank could be taken out in these middle to late rounds, because at the moment he looks a bit of a sitting duck, and it's sad to see.
Yeah, you feel, don't you, if anyone's going to come on strong, it's Ben. He's going to build on his platform that he's built so well.
He's come up with intensity. He's making a mockery of my prediction. I thought Eubank was going to get to him late. I really did.
I think a lot of the questions before about Ben's, chance of winning this are all based on, what ifs. What if he'd aged over? Like, look at this. Fan zone.
Fan zone,
One even round.
One even, have you got it, boys?
Yeah, it'll be similar there. You could give maybe Eubank around and that would be enough. That would be the most.
Body shots from Conor Benn. Can Eubank meet fire with fire? He's a puncher, 25 knockouts on the record. He's normally found a way, Junior.
But he's a volume puncher at the minute. He's not a single knockout artist. I think I mean, he could do it, but there's been no signs of it, anything at all. If anything, he looks the weakest I've ever seen him.
Yep, it doesn't look comfortable in there at the moment. Into the 7th, rounds ticking by fast. Conor Benn light on his feet and boxing the fight of his life.
And again, I love that he's not getting too greedy. He's exploding with his combination. He's resetting, making sure he's ready to go again. His solid work and not being reckless like he was in the first fight.
3 shots at most. Sort of jab right to the body or for a 1-2. He's not getting carried away. Keeps moving his head and feet afterwards, but again, doesn't feel like there's that pop in the shots of Eubank. Just hasn't got going yet.
Totally out of range there as well. And another body shot from Conor Benn with his combinations and the lightness on his feet tonight, Ben.
Sharp, both in attack and in defence.
Is this weight? Is this father time catching up? Conor Benn again with a body shot.
Even there, with the combination before, he hit out with the right hand, Ben, but he came out and he was a target that he hit. There was a free shot there, and Eubank couldn't pull the trigger.
Eubank waiting again. What is going through his mind? Eubank comes back and misses again. Let's go to war. Fans are loving the end of that round. They're talking to each other. Conor Benn is full of confidence.
Come on. Hey, pick it up. Smart. You gotta pick it up. You gotta make it into a fight. You gotta make it.
I leave you in here, see? He keeps coming back with the left hook, yeah? Why, Conor, listen to me now. See him? He ain't got nothing to get to the tank, mate.
Yeah, I mean, what a fantastic start or first half of this contest from Conor Benn. Boxing beautifully, picking the shots well. That's a nice jab, but generally it's been everything from Benn. The composure, using the right temperament in this contest, and you can see the body language on point. 50 Cent enjoying it.
Crowd are loving that. What a shock, surprise, brilliant from Team Eubank. Father and son together, it's so good to see. Chris has had nephew Raheem in training camp with him. Expecting twins, he's going to be a dad. Conor Benn, father of 2, of course. It could be another generation of Eubanks and Benn in 20-25 years' time. But for now, this is the 4th fight in the history. And will there be a 5th? Eubank Jr.'s got work to do.
One's throwing their arms out and one's throwing with conviction.
Yeah.
That's the difference here as well.
Real purpose.
Yeah.
Meaning behind the shots.
25th fight of Conor Benn's career. He's been through so much turmoil in and out of the ring. He had inactivity as well before the first fight. He was out 14 months, but he's got straight out to work from the opening bell.
But that little pocket there, the way Ben stood there, there's a double jump right hand for Eubank to throw, which he would have thrown, I think, a fight or 2 ago.
See the blue there, power landed punches, 45 to 18 through 7 rounds. More body work from Conor Benn.
And that's significant, I feel, for me, the body shots. Just the changing of the levels, the variation of the shots. That's the real one to point out on there.
He's been very accurate and very agile tonight. Boxed a beautiful fight. Conor Benn goes punching out of Eubank. Here we go. Eubank's going to have to grit his teeth down and somehow go for this, because this is just moving so fast away from him.
And they weren't knocked out by a punch. He took a gulp and then a breath.
And he just looked up at the big screen as well to check the time left in the round. Can't get his jab going, Junior.
Can't get anything going. You really do feel it's a combination of everything. You know, you mentioned about Eubank getting old and it being just one fight too many. That last fight, what did it take out of him? But you've got to give Ben so much credit. There's so much more thought in the work from Conor Benn.
Back comes Eubank with a body shot. The pride, the machismo, the name, everything. He'll fight as long and as hard as he can.
And that's why Ben has to be disciplined here now. Don't allow him into the fight. Don't engage with him. Do your work, take the step out from the side, take an exit to the left or the right.
Again, Ken Parker has a word. A no-nonsense ref. An excellent ref. Eubank with a right hand. And finally, he gets through with a couple of serious shots. And again, back end of this, Eubank, is there a glimmer?
How you feel? How you feel, Chris?
Like shit.
Huh?
We got 4 more rounds.
You gotta pick it up. We need these last 4 rounds. Anytime you get close, you gotta go. He's bringing the action to you. He's being first. He's bringing the action. It's looking good to the judges. You gotta stop that. You wanna get close? Jab and go. Jab and go.
Well, they're worried. They're very, very worried in that red corner. He did come back with a couple of shots to give him some sort of hope. But so much has gone against Chris, and he just doesn't look comfortable sitting on that stool. 4 rounds. Remember, 11 and 12 last time. He was brilliant. He threw so many punches. But I want to bring Carl in, because I think you've given Conor every session.
I've given him everything. I nearly thought about giving Eubank a bit of a pity round. He landed a few shots towards the end, but I don't even think that was enough for him to win the last round. Conor's in complete control here, and what's really surprising me is he looks a stronger man in the fight. It just looks like Eubank is not, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Conor's performance.
Big right hand. Good combination from Conor Benn, and he seems to be confident that he can really now take the fight to Eubank Jr. Carl, do you think he's got any chance here? The man from Brighton, is it just trying to get these power shots home?
He's a big guy in the fight, and he has landed once or twice, but it's hard to see it happening. It looks, this fight is, I mean, who'd have thought anyone was going to say this? No way, this is an easy fight for this person.
He lacks the energy, doesn't he?
A controlled performance from Conor Benn, executing tactics with speed, the jabs, the body shot, the footwork, and Eubank Jr. again stuck in the mud, just waiting.
He's experienced enough to know he's got to try and change the tide of this contest, and you do that by trying to be the boss, be the aggressor. He just can't do it. Ben's not allowing him to do it. This is what he's got to do, try and hold the centre of the ring, try and creep forward. You see at the end of that last round, Barry, he landed a couple of good 1-2s, didn't he? But he's not built from that.
And you see sometimes that kicks you back into gear. You know, it gives you a little bit of confidence going back, and that endorphin sort of gives you a bit of a rush, but it hasn't worked. And he's been flat from the offset, he really has.
Again, Benn in and out. Eubank with the arm shots, a jab to the body. Really impressed with Tony Sims' tactics tonight.
But no Ben, he's going in and out in straight lines, and he's getting away with it because Eubank's not doing anything. I mean, when he retreats in a straight line, Eubank got the reach and the length to go after him, and he's not. So Ben can get away with it now. He hasn't got to go finding a different angle anymore.
Rematches often go the same way, and sometimes more definitively, and people were predicting a Eubank knockout or an easier win on points. I mean, as Barry said, who would have predicted this round after round?
I honestly thought Ben was going to try so hard that he was going to walk onto a shot late in the fight. I really did, but it's been totally different.
He might still. Eubank has the power and will have the belief that he can do something late on here, but again the jab to the body. So sweet from Conor Benn.
Had the power. Doesn't have it right now.
Come on, the ain't got left in the tank, man. Come on, mate. Come on, 3 rounds left. Come on, man, let your hands go to the body and head, like you're doing in the gym. Come on, fast combination. Come on, you got 9 minutes. Let's go. Don't let him move around and try and nick every jab. Straight down the pipe, let your hands go to the body, roll your head. Come on, come on. 3 rounds left, let's go. You can get him out of there, bro. Just don't go wild.
See there, Tony Sims in the corner saying, you got to let your hands go now, you'll get him out of that. They're really confident, and you can't blame him because there's really, except for having a good chin here from Eubank, there's very little resistance from allowing you to let your hands go with belief. I mean, he's been a revelation tonight, he really has, Conor Benn.
And I think he does it, like, don't go wild, don't get greedy, but you can go 2s, 3s, go again, can't you? He doesn't have to be reckless.
The 9 best rounds of Conor Benn's professional career. We've seen him all the way through at York Hall last night when we were there for the weigh-in. That's where he went. Life and death, really, with Cedric Payno, who's knocked down a couple of times. Tony Sims has worked. They've gone back to the drawing board after the first fight, and they've come up with the perfect plan. So far, so brilliant from Conor Benn.
It's literally, he'll go for the finish, Ben, if he can, but there's 3 rounds of discipline now that's going to change his life. It really is. And for Eubank, there's 3 rounds to save his career.
All blue, jabs to the body landed. Look at that stat from Conor Benn.
Well, and that's what needed to increase from the first fight. Neglected that lead hand, something rotten in the first fight. And look what he's done. Look what that jab does. Look at the difference it's made in this contest.
And how inactive has Eubank been with his jabs? And when he's thrown it, how ineffective it's been because he's been just tapping with it, pushing it out.
I think Conor Benn needed those 12 rounds in April. He'd been out a long time, grown into the 11 stone 6 division more than last time, and he's kept the speed as well. Right hand. Junior has got a minute and a half for the 10th and 6 after that to find something from somewhere to stop Conor Benn.
Remember Chris Senior against Montecchini in Germany, did nothing.
Yep, and then bang.
Yeah.
Good shot. Jab right to the body. They call that the Tony Zhao and the Tony Sims jab upstairs, right to the body, left hook afterwards.
Wonderful combination. Practice time and time again.
Yeah, well executed as well.
Oh, great work from Conor Benn.
His jab has been outstanding tonight. I mean, he didn't have one in the first fight. He hasn't had one throughout his career, I don't think. He's only in past, but tonight it's been superb.
Eubank trying desperately get those hands and arms flowing, going back through the memory books a bit.
And look at Benny, he's blocking the jab of Eubank with his forehand, with his lead forehand.
Right hand from Benn was a good one. Eubank takes it. 25 left in the 10th round. And does Conor Benn fancy the stoppage?
Just stiffened his feet a little bit. His legs were there, didn't they? That right hand.
Body shot. Blood from the nose of Eubank. Conor Benn is just flowing now.
Lovely left hook as well.
Good shot there from Eubank.
Good countering work. Back into the round. He's done that a couple of times, Eubank. 2-0, too late
and then grab hold here. Come on, put that Zao on it. Boom, boom, and then go again. Boom, boom, boom. You've got 2 rounds now. Come on, let's go on it now. Just trying to nick the last 10 seconds. He ain't doing nothing the whole round. Trying to nick the last 10 seconds.
Good point from Tony. Chris is just trying to nick the last few seconds, impress the judges. It's what he's done 2 or 3 times. There's Nigel, look, he knows they're on the verge of a first ever Ben victory. The family, I mean, what it would mean to the Darren, you're close to that camp. You've been with Tony Sims, Eddie on his feet, saying, use your head, Conor, 2 more rounds, as if don't go for the finish.
Well, it's been a shutout, hasn't it? It really has. Boxed beautifully, don't throw it away now. Championship rounds, 2 rounds, smart, discipline. And on the flip side is, I mean, what he has to find the kitchen sink. He has to find something.
He doesn't want to finish his career. He doesn't want to finish his career like this, Eubank. So subdued he's been tonight. He's got to just grit that gum shield, just try and get that engine back in yourself.
Barry, I was in the Eubank Hotel earlier in the week. They were so sure that he was going to shine tonight, that it will be so much clearer than the first time. So everything must have gone tip-top in training.
You got ex-fighters sat next to you, I mean retired ex-fighters. You just get in the ring one night and it's just not there. And it might be the end of your career, or just you trained wrong and it happened.
Carl, did you feel like that with Jamel Herring?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the first round, I felt like I wasn't the same fighter that I once was. And the sparring was brilliant. That fight, expecting to win, not just hoping to win. I just didn't have it anymore. I think this is what we're seeing here with Eubank.
Body shots from Eubank, minute 45 in the 11th. He will go out on his shield, he'll try everything. Chris Eubank Jr, he's a fighter through and through, just like Conor Benn, but it's extraordinary what's happening tonight.
And he said to me in the week, if he wins the fight, when he wins the fight, there's not going to be a trilogy. I'm dropping down a weight, I'm going to try and fulfill my dream of becoming a world champion. I feel with a performance like this, he could drop down and end this. Such a clean victory so far. So far.
The feet, I'm talking about the jab, but the feet, the way he got in and out with the punches, see it there, a perfect example. He's punching, retreating with the feet as well, so he's getting in and out of distance every time he throws a combination. And that takes a lot of fitness, because you're engaging those muscles all the time to stay on the balls of your feet, but push up your back leg to generate the power to hurt your opponent.
Body shots again. Eubank stands tall and strong.
Body shots as well, straight rights.
He's feinting all the time as well, Ben.
Yeah, non-stop, constant activity.
And that jab again, the intelligence he's used tonight, Conor Benn. He was devastated afterwards. We went to see him backstage in April, and he was crying, and it was just the world had caved in on him. But he's gone back to the gym, and he's got this spot on.
At no point in this contest has the bigger man shown he's the bigger man. Perfect example.
Perfect example, right on cue. The crowd cheer. He's the pantomime villain sometimes, Chris Eubank Jr. He's a great guy and he's been a great fighter. But tonight has been all about Conor Benn, and it's another round in the back.
Conor Benn.
What's it?
Last round.
brother.
Last round.
Disciplina.
Don't let him try and nick last 10 seconds. He's running away for the round. Try and nick last 10 seconds. Conor Benn, when he jumps in on you like that, which he will do this round, he'll lunge at you.
Front.
Do it. When you step back, bang, bang. You've got to get your shots off. Half a step back, bang, bang, yeah?
Don't be careless. If you want to swing, don't be careless. Keep your balance.
Find it in there, mate. We've got to find it now. Bring your guard back to your chin. Okay? This is the round of your life now,
That's wrong. You let the right hand go, keep this one up. You go here, keep this one up.
You've got to find it. Bring the fire. You've got to have the round of your life. It's shoot or bust for Chris Eubank Jr. He's made it to round 12, but Conor Benn has put on an absolute masterclass. He's torn up the script here, and Junior has 2 minutes 50 to turn this on its head, or Conor Benn has the victory of his life.
And he proved a lot of people wrong, that he can box, he can make the adjustments. He isn't just a brawler.
And he might have a flat fighter, he might have a fighter who's just wouldn't fight too many, and all the things we've said, and I think that all that is true, but you still got to do the work, and you still got to keep that concentration, and you still got to make sure you're sharp, and he's done all that.
Trying to find that right hand, Junior. Credit to both guys for taking this rematch after their war where they shared their souls in there that night in April. It's been very different, but it's been a more respectful build-up and a more tactical fight. But the tactics and the class tonight belongs to Conor Benn.
As you were talking then, he just threw a little sneaky little because just spun around the target. I mean, who am I watching you? Conor Benn or Ben Rodriguez? Ridiculous.
Yep, the IQ, the ring intelligence, the smarts. You feel Conor Benn could do this for another 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, it looks comfortable.
And Eubank just hasn't, nothing has worked for him, has it?
No, if he was to go through the gears, which he doesn't need to, I don't think he'd be able to respond to it, Eubank Jr. He landed a nice uppercut though.
But if he had it in him, that energy, that acceleration, it would have been from the belt.
Yeah, he would have gone, yeah.
He'd have gone for it straight away.
Yep, he seemed flat, the energy's not been there, whether it is a mixture of the weight or the 36 years of age, the long career, or let's give credit to Conor Benn for an absolute masterclass last minute of the rematch, and he's seconds away. Got the 12th round stoppage, and also again, can Conor Benn just put the finishing touches on what's been absolutely superb tonight? Eubank Jr. trying to survive. Here comes Benn.
Emil, go high, he needs to do here, Ben.
Eubank Jr. trying to hold on. 20 seconds to go. Unbelievable scenes here in Tottenham. He says he's okay, and the bell looks like it will save Junior. Down twice, it will go the distance. Conor Benn, you have absolutely rocked Tottenham Hotspur with a stunning performance of brilliant boxing, and Nigel get in there. Conor and Nigel together. The Benns are victorious at last after 35 years of hurt. Conor Benn, take a bow, son.
Absolute whitewash. What a performance. Stunning, stunning masterclass. You said it there, and to get that knockdown.
He was absolutely supersonic tonight, Conor Benn.
Incredible.
I mean, his discipline, I mean, his belief in himself, I mean, his energy, everything was right tonight. And it was all wrong for Chris Eubank Jr. He looked flat and all fighting overnight, he did. But Conor Benn did everything right. He really did. And then in the end, almost got that finish.
You feel for Junior. There's his dad, and he was the victor last time. He's going to be the loser tonight, and he'll take it like a man. It's Conor Benn's moment.
Wow. So much respect and applause needs to go to the team. But look at that respect between the two. Shared 24 epic rounds.
Even if you thought Conor was going to win, it wasn't going to be in a one-sided fight. No chance.
These two weren't talking like this after the first fight. The respect of going 24 rounds together, and 24 very different rounds. A war, and then a boxing masterclass.
You know what they're saying? I'll see you next April.
And will we hear?
I'm not sure, but look what it means. He's taken some sting, Eddie, hasn't he?
Look what it means to him. He did the love actually cards in the week, and that smile is there. It's the Benns who celebrate. It's not official, of course, yet, but it must be so wide.
So wide, and you just see it. Look at the right hand.
But the jab blinds him, and the right hand hits him right on the side of the head there, which is the temple.
And you see the legs, they go straight away, don't they, Barry?
And he's so tough and brave, isn't he, Chrissy? You know he's going to get up. He got up a little bit too quick. And then
that right there, Barry, is the icing on the cake.
I thought he was going to get the stoppage. I really did. I thought if he stops Eubank, that's an unbelievable result, but he boxed so well. And even then, even though he did try and get the finish, he didn't massively rush it, just Eubank knows how to hold on and tie him up a little bit.
Revenge and redemption for Conor Benn, who was distraught, losing for the first time in his life in April. Eddie Hearn's dancing in the ring, so is Nigel Benn. Amazing scenes, they really are. The Eubanks had their moment in April, in November, and remember, it's the Benns.
Fabulous performance.
It's been a great night of boxing, I think. It's been fantastic.
What a show.
And that, again, it wasn't the war that the first one was. It wasn't the war we expected, but it was a brilliant performance from a young fighter who with bigger things ahead.
It's been an incredible night at Tottenham. Some fantastic fights, standout performances, and Conor Benn tops it all. He's on top of the world, and look what it means to him and his family after everything he's gone through.
The Benns have one on the slate.
They have one on the board. Will there be a trilogy? Eddie celebrates. Last time it was defeat. This time it is Michael Buffer with the announcement.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,